ComC.com is your home for buying, selling, and flipping all the hottest trading cards. Their consignment marketplace is home to over 24 million cards across all sports, genres, and eras. With a ComC.com account, you can purchase cards from different sellers over time and ship them home together later, or immediately reprice them for sale on the ComC marketplace. To better serve the hobby, ComC recently made changes to streamline their services and improve turnaround. They even opened a new building. To learn more about the exciting changes being made at ComC, please visit blog.comc.com. You're listening to the WaxPackHero Sports Card Minute, a podcast where we discuss both the hobby and business sides of collecting. I'm your host, Mike Summer, and I want to help you buy, sell, and trade your way into a collection you'll love. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the WaxPackHero Sports Card Minute. We're wrapping up a long holiday weekend here at this time, and we just actually finished up our second monthly card show at the shop that we've been able to do since COVID. The shutdown kept us from doing that for a little over a year, but we are now back to doing our monthly show at the shop, and it's been a lot of fun. So I had a great weekend doing that, but wanted to spend a little time today not focused on current modern cards. There's been so much talk about the retail situation and the current prices of modern sets. Today, I want to go back almost 30 years and talk about a set that I had not heard of until a couple years ago. And even though it came out in 1993, in the middle of my collecting heyday, I never saw this set in stores. And I never saw any of these packs in stores at that time, but I've discovered it now, and it's been kind of fun. And it's got a little interesting backstory, and I will go through that and break that down, and maybe you'll find it interesting too, and maybe you'll want to track down some of these cards as well. But I'm going to talk today about the 1993 Cardtoons set. Yes, Cardtoons. Cardtoons. It was a parody set that was put out, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. Before I break it down, though, I'm going to tell you about Underdog Collectibles, the online shop run by collectors for collectors. They break new product every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday night. And it really, you can get into a break without breaking the bank. You can see what they've got available at udogcollect.com. You can join their Facebook group to join in the conversation, ask questions, share your hits, and you can subscribe on YouTube. That's probably the best place to go watch their breaks. So check them out at udogcollect.com and tell them WaxPackHero sent you. All right, now let's go ahead and get into the story of Cardtoons. It's one of daring ingenuity, creative design, and even courtroom drama, which resulted in quite possibly the longest product window in trading card history. If you know of any other product window that rolled out over a longer period of time than this, I would love to hear about it. So Cardtoons was founded in late 1992, and they began working with a team of artists and other journalists to create a series of parody cards, which were based on caricatures of MLB players and other notable faces of the game. There's a 95 card base set, and it didn't actually use the real player names. Instead, they kind of changed them a little bit to make a play on words. For instance, Greg Maddux became Greg Mad Dogs, Andy Van Slyke became Andy Van Tyke, and he was pictured in a diaper. And the artwork on these first 95 cards was all designed by Dane Dudley. Most of the checklist is made up of current players, but there were a handful of retired players included. So Roberto Clemente, Hank Aaron, Pete Rose, Ernie Banks were a few of the other kind of retired legends who made an appearance in the set. Also, the Philly Fanatic, Ted Turner, Harry Carey, and even Michael Jordan were some of the other personalities that were found in the set. And that Jordan card is actually fairly popular if you track it down on eBay. There were also two additional subsets which were considered part of the quote-unquote complete set. And the first one was an 11-card politics and baseball set. And it's a run of baseball-themed political cartoons that are poking fun of the variety of topics that were on the minds of fans at that time. Very reminiscent of what you would see in the newspaper, some of those types of political cartoons. For instance, card S2, called The Wave, it depicts a fan standing with his arms stretched skyward, and he says, I'm not doing the wave. I'm being held up by these ticket prices. And the subset was designed by artist Dave Simpson. And you can imagine in 1993, people were already complaining about ticket prices and what we have today. It's only even more astronomically high for ticket prices today. But that's one of the themes from 1993. There was also a 9-card Field of Greed set that essentially was a puzzle on the back, which combined to show pictures of players holding picket signs on a field surrounded by corn. Kind of has that Field of Dreams look to it. The card backs recapped 8 previous strikes and a 9th pending strike, I guess, which was driven by the greed of either the players or team owners over the course of that time. At least that was the image that they were trying to portray with this set. There were also 3 additional subsets that serve as kind of more traditional insert cards. The 20-card Big Bang Bucks set is designed to look like cash, and it outlines some facts and figures about a variety of notable salaries at the time. There was also a Grand Slam foil set, which is an additional 10-card subset utilizing the same basic design as the set, but it had kind of a foil etching and maybe looked a little bit like Fleer Metal Universe. That's probably the best comparison that I can come up with. And those are actually have a decent amount of value to them if you can find those foil cards. There was also a final 8-card set that was not pack issued. Instead, the award replacement set was only available as a send-away offer. And so they're extremely rare. And at the time of this recording, or when I was digging into this, I guess I should say, and doing some research on this, there are actually no award replacement cards listed on ComC, eBay, or Sportlots. Obviously, that can change at any time, but when I was doing the research for this, there were none listed. And so a pretty rare insert set. There's also some confusion about the dates on the cards. You know, some resources list them as 1993, since that's the date on the back of the card. However, the cards weren't actually released until 1995, and that's because there was a multi-year court battle that caused the delay. As part of the marketing plan, Cardtoons placed an ad on May 14th in the May 14th, 1993 issue of Sports Collectors Digest. Well, the MLBPA got wind and promptly issued a cease and desist letter to Cardtoons and the printer. And a court battle ensued, and ultimately Cardtoons came out on top. So due to the satirical nature of the cards, they won a ruling stating the cards didn't violate the MLBPA's property rights. Even though the set came out right in my collecting prime, like I said before, I had never seen it before. And I eventually got my first look at it in a collection that I purchased in late 2019. There were 2 full sets plus a good stack of additional insert and base single cards. I added one of those sets to my PC, and I was able to find a new home for the remaining cards. You know, this isn't really like an oddball set in the traditional sense, but I feel like it fits more into that category than treating it like a mainstream release. You know, some of the names on the card backs, it's a little bit cheesy, but overall I still kind of find them funny. The cartoons in the politics and baseball set were pretty creative, and the puzzle card set, insert set, was pretty cool as well. It was an interesting concept that really challenged the status quo and pushed the line, and that was kind of interesting to me. That's one of the reasons it's kind of my favorite quirky set from that era. Then I'd love to see what you think. You know, if you haven't checked it out, go look some of these up. I also wrote a write-up on WaxPackHero.com. I'll put a link to it in the show notes, but I also show the full picture of the some of the puzzle subsets. I show the checklist. I show a few of the other cards so you can get a feel for what I'm looking at. And I'd love for you to check it out and take a look and let me know what you think of this. You can find them on eBay. It looked like some sealed boxes of packs you can still find for about $25. Complete sets are about $25. You can pick up singles from anywhere to $1 to $5 depending on who you're looking for, and so you can still track some of these down if you find it appealing to you, either in pack form or in complete set form. So I'd love for you to check that out and then let me know what you think about this 1993 Cardtoon set.
The Sports Card Shop at MoCo is your small-town local shop with a global reach. Conveniently located in New Buffalo, Michigan. We're an easy drive for most residents in Michigan, Indiana, Illinois, and Ohio. Come see us every Tuesday through Saturday from 10 to 5 and Sundays from 12 to 5. Want to shop from the comfort of your home? Give us a call at 269-469-0140 or visit our website at thesportscardshop@moco.com or our Facebook page. Major credit cards and PayPal accepted, and we ship anywhere in the world. We're an authorized dealer for both Panini and Topps, with new sealed wax from both arriving weekly. And yes, we have PSA and SGC graded cards and over 250,000 singles in stock. Be sure to follow us and turn on notifications for posts to Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter so you don't miss out on new arrivals. The Gocher family has been serving this community for over a decade, so stop by or visit us at thesportscardshop@moco.com.
I am back, and I want to wrap things up today by giving a call out to you. Sometime in the next few weeks, I would love to do a mailbag episode where I just spend the episode answering a variety of questions that I've received from you. But to make that happen, I need to get some questions from you. So think about something you'd like to know, you'd like me to share, you're curious about the show, about the shop, about my online sales, whatever it might be, and send it to me. Let me know, and I will answer them as an episode here in the coming weeks. You can reach out to me on Twitter at @TheMikeSummer. You can send me an email at waxpackhero@gmail.com, or you can track me down at WaxPackHero on Instagram or TikTok or any of those places, and send me a message and let me know what questions you've got for me that I can cover on the show. I think that would be a fun episode to do, and so I'd love to hear from you to let you know what I think. You can also leave me a rating and review on your podcast app of choice. That does a lot to help other people find the show and all the algorithms, and makes it go further up the list and all of that fun stuff. It's a mystery of how it works, but it does help. So I appreciate any ratings and reviews that you can give and sharing with your friends. I really appreciate it. Well, that's all I've got for you today. So I'll catch you next time.